Hey y'all, welcome to B's Intuition. I'm B and I'm back with another General Collective Energy message. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I do cuss and I do tell the truth, so if you don't like either one of the two, then you probably should move on. I've already prayed over the cards and the energy, so we're just going to hop in and get this message. Please remember to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe, especially to those of you that are new on the channel but have not yet subscribed. You don't want to miss out on the messages that God has for you. Also, please remember to take what resonates only and leave the rest for whoever it's for. Every message will not be your message. So with that being said, y'all, let's hop in. Hope you guys are having a blessed day on today. Today officially starts the new moon in Cancer. So emotions definitely could be running high at this time. You could have been, like feeling that energy, for the past couple of days or, for, maybe even a week or so. I've been seeing the number 96 a lot. So you could be born, like in 1996. Something significant, like could have taken place in 1996. But we're going to look into the number 96 real quick just to get some clarity on it. So, the angel number 96 brings a message from the angels that an important cycle or phase is about to end in your life. These necessary closures and endings will offer new opportunities for you to live and serve your soul purpose, which you are prompted to fully undertake without further delay. Give any fears or concerns to your angels and be prepared to pursue your spiritual truths. Trust all that you will need along your path will be provided in divine right time. Angel number 96 is also a message that it is time for you to detach from your material items, particularly if you have had any obsession with any material possessions or a need to own them. You are encouraged to let go and detach and trust that something in your life is about to be replaced with better. Remember that you deserve the very best, so be open to receiving new possessions that exceed your expectations as you are ready for an upgrade in your life. Wow. So there is a phase or a cycle that's about to end in somebody's life, and somebody is about to, receive some type of upgrade in their life. As long as, they do, what they're being asked to do. So that's a good thing. So let's just hop in and see what's going on, y'all. Holy Spirit. We have cultivating prosperity. Somebody definitely has sown, a lot of seeds. And I feel like somebody, is about to, see the fruits of their labor. The abundance of the universe is pouring into my life. So this card definitely coincides with the angel number 96. And then we have the fates. So there could be some fated events, that could be about to take place for somebody. There's a lot of stars on this card. So somebody, could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius in their chart. Something about the stars. The stars definitely, could be, like aligning at this time. Especially, we're definitely, in a new moon. But y'all see how the stars are all in alignment out here. So something, the stars are aligning. But I feel like that, like stuff is aligning for somebody, like in their life. We got soulmates at the bottom of the deck. So, something about some soulmates could be significant. Somebody, could, one of the fated events, that could take place, could possibly, bring, like soulmates together. But something is nonsense out here. And it's time for somebody to talk sense. Y'all see how this person, is like sitting behind this person, but it's like that person is, like trying to make that person do something, like say this or say that. So I don't know. Somebody, could be being controlled out here. controlled, by evil stepmother, evil mother, evil sister, evil stepsister. It's a feminine energy out here that somebody, could be trying to control, or that is trying to control another feminine energy. That's for somebody, not everybody. That could be a child as well. So I don't know if somebody, it's time, to talk sense when it comes, like to a child. Or, somebody, needs to, put away their childish, their childish actions, put away their childish, mentality out here. Yeah, we have breaking barriers at the bottom of the deck. So somebody definitely is breaking barriers. Somebody is expanding beyond their limitations, into, being able to, joy, being into joy, and being free. I feel like it's also, it's also fated for, like some stuff that could have already happened, for somebody to be able to, get to this point. But when somebody, is about to receive an upgrade, of course, you have, there's work to do in order to receive, that upgrade. So going back to, what the angel number 96 said, like getting rid of, possessions. Maybe these are past possessions, past people, past things, that are still, hindering, somebody's growth out here. There definitely could be somebody, who could be talking nonsense, because they don't want to go, they don't want to, they don't want somebody to leave or whatever have you. But yeah, it definitely, could be, time to talk sense, because we got new life out here. So somebody's heading toward, a new life, and it's fated, for somebody, to have this new life. Yeah, and somebody definitely is making a difference out here. Somebody's inner light shines far and wide. And if y'all see, it's a starfish. So, heavy Aquarius energy out here. There could be somebody, that could be talking nonsense. And maybe, they realize, that it's time to, talk sense. Yeah. Somebody definitely, has a deep knowing. And if y'all see, it's a moon. Somebody definitely is getting ready to, receive some information. There's also somebody, that knows that somebody knows, they're talking nonsense. So that could be why somebody, could realize that it's time to talk sense. Yeah, something is a never-ending story out here. So somebody definitely, could, keep doing the same thing over and over, getting the same results. Or that's what somebody, is being warned about. Yeah, we got message in a bottle. So somebody definitely, could receive some information. Somebody, could receive, like a message, an email, a DM, text message or something like that. Or, this could be, like a spiritual download. Yeah. Somebody definitely is about to, receive some communication. Somebody, is definitely, being told, to communicate freely. Somebody, could want to, because on the card it says, I communicate from the depths of my being. So somebody, could possibly want to speak from the heart. And then we have peace at the bottom of the deck. So, possibly, to create peace. But because the never-ending story is out here, it's giving me, somebody, playing, they want to talk sense, you know what I mean? But it's only to create some type of peace. It's only, it's like a, somebody apologizing, to, try to get back into somebody's good graces. So I feel like that somebody needs to be aware. Somebody possibly, needs to communicate freely, that they just want peace. Somebody could be trying to disrupt somebody's peace. Somebody deserves peace. Somebody deserves joy. Somebody deserves freedom. If somebody, is trying to get out of something and leave something, somebody, is wanting to go towards peace out here. Somebody's new life, is full of peace. So something about, getting rid of, some stuff, that still could be, in somebody's life. But somebody definitely, yeah, could receive like a message, a letter, a DM, you know, an email. Because if y'all see, it's a letter right there. Something is definitely, yeah, being done the right way. Or yeah, somebody's being told to do something the right way. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be learning, you know, like to create what they desire out here. But this is, you know, by, you know, like, receiving, you know, like some type of wisdom and knowledge with that deep knowing out here. This could also have something to do, you know, like with exchanging gifts. You know, like spiritual gifts, you know, like not giving, you know, somebody, you know, like a spiritual gift, but, you know, like communicating, you know, like with people, you know, spiritually gifted people. So somebody, you know, could, you know, be coming across, you know, like other spiritually gifted people at this time. Somebody definitely, yeah, could receive some type of gift out here. It definitely, yeah, could be a part of, you know, like the fated events, you know, that could, you know, be taking place. But there definitely, yeah, could be somebody, you know, that could be between worlds, you know. So, you know, dark and light. I don't know why I just heard, you know, the upside down world, but that's Stranger Things. So something about that movie could be significant. Or some strange things, you know, are definitely, yeah, getting ready to take place. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be stuck. Because it seems like it's stuck. Somebody, you know, is being told, you know, like to, you know, continue, you know, to remain balanced, to continue, you know, to stay in alignment out here. Yeah, so that somebody, you know, will be able to fly free. I'm also picking up, you know, like somebody, you know, in some type of self-harm energy. So, maybe there's somebody that feels like, you know, like if they weren't here, you know, everything, you know, would be better. But yeah, there's some people that are mad because it says we're all mad here. So where there's supposed to be peace, yeah, people could be, you know, like causing drama. So be aware. There could be people, you know, that could be mad because, you know, somebody, you know, is different than they are. Or they could be mad because, you know, like somebody wants to do their own thing, you know, and these people, you know, that, yeah, they're followers, you know, and so, yeah, like they follow a leader. Yeah, something about a never-ending story. Somebody definitely, yeah, is flying free. Something about, yeah, a leader. I mean, you could be a leader, you know. You could be, you know, like a leader, you know, of course, of your life, you know, but you could be, you know, like a leader to, you know, like kids if you have them. You know, you could, you know, be in a high position at work to where you have to lead other employees, you know. You could be a leader, you know, like in your neighborhood, you know, in your community, in your state, in your city. So there could be somebody, you know, that could be trying to compete with somebody out here. After watching the messages yesterday, I realized that I kept saying Cancer season, Cancer season. And the fact of the matter is, we're already in Cancer season. We've been in Cancer season for a couple of days. So, happy birthday, Cancers! But yeah, that was just a little mistake, you know, that I made. No harm, no foul. But yeah, happy birthday, Cancers. I also was told to look into... you know, like what a star seed, you know, like really is. I mean, I know, you know, like surface definition. I've never, you know, like really looked it up, but we're going to look it up, you know, like together. So a star seed is a concept primarily within New Age and spiritual communities, referring to a person believed to have a soul or originating from another planet, star system, or dimension rather than from Earth. So something about, yeah, the stars. Star seeds are thought to have incarnated on Earth to fulfill a specific purpose, often involving assisting in humanity's spiritual evolution or contributing to a shift towards a more harmonious, enlightened state. Star seeds often report a deep intuitive sense of connection to the cosmos, feeling a strong pull towards stars, planets, and the vastness of space. So somebody, you know, could be into astrology real heavy. They may experience a feeling of not quite belonging on Earth and a longing for a home they can't quite place. Many star seeds are on a path of spiritual awakening, seeking meaning and purpose in life. They often possess a high level of empathy, sensitivity, and strong intuition, allowing them to sense and understand the emotions and energies of others. So yeah, that deep knowing. The concept of star seeds encompasses a wide range of potential origins, including various star systems, constellations like Orion, and even different galaxies. Star seeds are believed to have incarnated on Earth with a mission to guide and help humanity, often through raising consciousness and promoting positive change. So that could be, what somebody could be doing at this time, trying to raise consciousness, and promoting positive change. Some star seeds are thought to possess psychic abilities or healing capabilities, which they use to support others on their spiritual journeys. The concept of star seeds aligns with the idea of multidimensional beings, suggesting that life and consciousness exists beyond the physical realm. So, I mean, we saw the star seed card yesterday. And so because I was told, like to look into it, I feel like, like during this full moon, something about star seeds is very significant. There could be, like a lot of star seeds, that could be, like coming together, like spiritually, to help bring awareness, when it comes to consciousness and when it comes to, bringing, like positive energy, into the world. You could be one of those, star seeds, I could be one of those star seeds, your daughter could be one of those star seeds. We just read what a star seed is. So something about that is very significant. So let's keep going. What else do we need to know? We got secret sorrows. Sorrows are often kept secret. Acknowledge them to heal. So somebody, could have some type of secret sorrow within them, that they, like need to acknowledge so that they can heal from them. That could be causing, like somebody, to have, like hidden intentions out here. So, like something, that, like took place in somebody's past. Maybe, it's like, somebody lost their mother, and so, they had to, live, like with their dad, and their stepmom. I'm just using this as an example. But somebody, has been, like keeping, like their sorrow in, I feel like that there's somebody, that possibly, needs to acknowledge that, the sorrow, like to heal them. But hidden intentions can be hidden beneath actions. Uncover them to understand true motives. So there could be some intentions, that could be hidden underneath people's actions. So maybe somebody, is about to uncover, like some intentions, that people have, so that they can, like understand, what's going on. We got secret doubts. Somebody definitely, could be, like having some type of secret doubts out here. Doubts are often secret. Address them to gain confidence and clarity. So it's a lot of acknowledging and addressing out here. So I feel like that there's somebody that, needs to do a lot of acknowledging and, like addressing. So it goes back to, somebody talking nonsense and, like it's time to talk sense. We got silent confessions at the bottom of the deck. So confessions can be silent but powerful. Listen to the unspoken admissions around you. So, it's giving me, like actions, it's giving me, like actions are louder than words. So, somebody, might not speak, but, their actions, definitely, could tell you, like what they're doing or, like what they're thinking, based off of, like, so if they're thinking, whatever they're thinking, their actions are going to lead them, their thoughts are going to lead their actions. We got veiled motives. So somebody's motives definitely, could be veiled. Motives are often veiled. Discover the true reasons behind people's actions. So something about this acknowledging, addressing, discovering. Somebody definitely, could be about to, like discover, like the true reason behind, some people's actions out here. And then we got veiled lies. Lies can be veiled truth. Discern the reality to stay informed. So the gift of discernment is very important at this time. Then we got veiled emotions. So emotions can be veiled in stoicism. Recognize them to understand others better. So somebody, could be hiding their emotions, It definitely, could have something to do, with, like the secret sorrows, that they're keeping secret. They could be trying to hide, that they secretly doubt themselves. But there goes that silent confessions again. Somebody definitely, needs to be real with themselves so that they can be real with other people. We got hidden jealousy. Jealousy can hide in plain sight. Recognize it to prevent harm to relationships. So there could be some people that, could be jealous of somebody. These are, people that somebody, could be in friendship with, familyship with, relationships with. And then we have silent betrayal. So betrayal can occur without a word. Recognize the signs of silent treachery. Somebody definitely, could be, like giving somebody the silent treatment. It could be because, like they've betrayed somebody. But it's giving me, like narcissist energy. How narcissists, when they do something to somebody, they try to treat that person, like they've done, like something. We got silent despair. Despair can be silent but overwhelming. Offer hope to those in darkness. So somebody definitely, could be being told, like to, offer hope to those in darkness, which I feel like that's what somebody's doing, going back to, the angel number 98. 96, something about 1998 could be significant as well. But yeah, going back to, the number 96, but then also, reading the star seed definition. But yeah, somebody's in darkness out here. Or there's, a lot of people, that are in darkness out here. These could be people, that could be around somebody. I don't know. Somebody definitely is being controlled by darkness out here. Somebody is going to definitely, try to act like, that somebody leaving or somebody walking away, is like, the end of the world. I can't deal with it. Maybe that's the energy that I was picking up as far as somebody being, like in self-harm energy. But somebody definitely is on the right path, for sure. You could be seeing a lot of hummingbirds at this time, or you could be hearing a lot of hummingbirds at this time, or you could just be, like hearing a lot of birds, period, or seeing a lot of birds, period. Yeah, there could be a lot of communication, that could be taking place during this new moon in Cancer. What do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Yeah, somebody definitely could be getting kicked to the curb. For sure. Somebody could be getting kicked to the curb. There definitely could be somebody, that feels like that, like somebody, is kicking them while they're down. Or, like somebody, has been kicked while they're down. Somebody definitely, feels, like that they're being kicked while they're down. That's for sure. Wow. And then we got, the Four of Wands card. So something about, stability. Somebody, could be, be getting kicked out of a home. Somebody, could feel like that they're being, kicked while they're down, and they're just trying to, like, stabilize, like, they're stabilize themselves, stabilize their life. Or, this is like, you. So you could have, felt kicked while you were down, while you were just trying to, like, stabilize your life. Maybe, it's fated for, like some people, to have to walk in somebody's shoes. Maybe these are the same people that, like, kicked somebody while they were down, and now, like, they have to, go through the same thing, being kicked while they're down to, basically, see how it feels, And I'm not saying that you're kicking them while they're down, I'm just saying. Yeah, somebody's being watched. Somebody definitely is watching somebody, stabilize themselves. Somebody, somebody is watching, somebody, like, yeah, kick things, kick drinking, kick smoking, you know, kick a certain type of lifestyle, get rid of a job because, they know that, it's not, what the Most High God has for them, and things of that nature. So there could be, some people that definitely, could be jealous, because of it. They're definitely, watching, If I were these people, I would stop watching, It definitely, could be, like making something, like worse in their life, It definitely, could be making their mental worse. But there is a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, that is involved. Yeah, soccer. Something about, somebody punching somebody, or maybe somebody wants to, like fight somebody. I hope nobody, like fights a kid. I don't know if, like there's somebody, that, like entices kids to, like fight each other. Or there could be somebody, from somebody's, like childhood, that, they still don't like somebody. Even though, they're grown ass adults, and they could, still have a problem with somebody. But it's a lot of kids out here. Somebody could have like 4 kids, or, something about, childish, immature people, or something about people, that somebody grew up with. Family members, friends, classmates, or whatever have you. But yeah. As soon as I picked the deck up, we got jealous. So there are people that are jealous of somebody. There definitely could be some people that, could be jealous of, like somebody's wealth out here. Why is this being kicked to the curb? Somebody, could, like kick somebody to the curb, and then, the next thing that they know, like somebody, becomes, like, wealthy, or, like somebody, becomes, like a star. Somebody, like, their life, like takes a turn but for the good, But going back to, angel number 96, somebody's life definitely is about to, like take a turn for the better. Somebody, could be a cook out here, or a chef. Maybe that's what somebody, is wanting to do. Maybe, that's one of somebody's purposes. But somebody definitely, could be, like cooking up some type of plan out here. Somebody definitely, is being told, like to, like eat more healthier. So maybe, that's what somebody, has already, like implemented, like in their life, is to, like eat healthier out here. Somebody definitely, chooses to live a healthy lifestyle, for sure. Something about a restaurant. Somebody could get kicked out of a restaurant for fighting. Somebody's food can make somebody sick out here. So be aware. So there could be some food, that could be making somebody sick, and it definitely could mean that like the body is rejecting it. Something that is like somebody's body could be rejecting something. Maybe not just food. Maybe it could be rejecting like some energy, or rejecting like something that has been being done to them. Yeah. Somebody definitely could be cooking up a plan, to get somebody to follow them. Something about the bus is significant. Somebody, could drive a bus, Somebody, could be traveling by bus. I just heard party bus, so something about a party bus could be significant. There could be a bus, that could, like run into a home, or run into, like some type of business or something. So be aware. There definitely, could be a lot of, like events that definitely, could be taking place, within the next, like 30 days. But somebody definitely, could, following the leader. It's giving me, blind leading the blind. Yeah. Put a fork in it, it's done. So something is done. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have jumped on some type of bandwagon as well. And they possibly, yeah, they realized that it was nonsense. Now they want to talk sense. But something is done. Yeah. A phase or a cycle, you know, is yeah, it's ending in somebody's life. Somebody, you know, could be in a fork in the road because of it. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be waiting for somebody, you know, to, yeah, like follow them, or waiting, you know, for, yeah, I don't know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like waiting, you know, for, you know, like their spiritual team, you know, to, yeah, like answer them, or, you know, like give them some type of directions. So there could be people that are like, come on, go with us, and somebody's like, nah, because I didn't hear from my spirit guides yet. There's also somebody, you know, that could be waiting for, you know, like some type of manifestation, you know, like to come to fruition, and it's about to. There's also somebody, you know, that could have been told, you know, like to wait to do something, or somebody, you know, is going to be told, you know, to wait to do something. I don't know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to, you know, like control somebody, because we got the sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. So I don't know. Somebody's trying to control somebody's every move out here. I don't know. Something about a leader, or yeah, a wannabe leader. But yeah, we got the stand up card. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be being told, you know, like to, you know, like to stand up for themselves. Stand up, you know, like, and put a fork in something. Stand up, yeah. Something about, yeah, slavery. Because with this, get on the bus, and then, yeah, you can only sit, you know, in a certain spot, you know, based on the color of your skin. Yeah, something about slavery. There could be a lot of people, you know, that, yeah, they could just be slaves, you know, slaves to, you know, digital devices, slaves, you know, to, you know, following other people, you know. Let me not use that word, because I don't really like it. But somebody definitely, yeah, needs to stand up, you know, and stand up for themselves, stand up, you know, and, yeah, like, end something. Or, yeah, like, stand up, you know, to somebody and be like, you know, yeah, like, stop living in the Lululand. I don't work here anymore. I haven't worked here in 2 weeks. You know, stop living in the Lululand. You know, we haven't been together for 6 months. You know, I haven't talked to you for 6 months. Maybe somebody, you know, yeah, it's time for somebody to talk sense out here. But somebody possibly, yeah, could need to put a fork in, you know, like helping people. Yeah, so this is like, yeah, like casting your pearls before swine. So yeah, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So yeah, once you done led the horse to the water, yeah, you turn around and go get the next horse. But somebody definitely, yeah, could, you know, like be at a fork in the road when it comes, you know, to possibly like getting some type of help out here. Somebody's scared. And somebody definitely, yeah, is watching somebody's home out here. So I don't know. It could be something about, yeah, some kids. There's a home that's being watched, or somebody, yeah, is watching somebody's home. I don't know. It's giving me, you know, like pedophile energy. So y'all just be aware. Somebody could be born in 1982. Kick to the curb. Travel. Yeah, something about a bus. Somebody, you know, could get kicked off a bus. There definitely, yeah, could be some stuff, you know, that is about to take place, you know, but you know, like stuff that, you know, like happened in the past could be, you know, like taking place now, you know, like history repeating itself. Yeah. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be traveling, you know. This could be a part of somebody's new life. You know, like somebody, you know, could have an RV. Somebody could go camping, or, you know, like somebody, yeah, could just, you know, like buy an RV, you know, and yeah, like they could just, you know, live in the RV and travel the world. Somebody, you know, could be traveling, you know, to create stability, you know, somewhere else. Somebody, you know, literally, yeah, they could travel for work. But somebody definitely, yeah, could be watching somebody's home, watching where somebody goes. Somebody, it could be a rich guy. So, why is this Four of Wands here? I don't know if somebody, you know, is fated to, you know, like marry a rich guy. Yeah, we got the soulmate. So somebody, you know, could run into, you know, like their soulmate while they're traveling. Somebody could be born in 1975. Somebody could be a Libra or a Scorpio. Something about October could be significant. So something, you know, could take place by October. There could be somebody, you know, that, yeah, could have been watching somebody, you know, since last October. But somebody definitely, yeah, could run into, you know, like, yeah, like a soulmate. Maybe these are two people that grew up together. Something about, yeah, a school bus, you know. Who is this watching? That rich guy could be a doctor. Somebody definitely, yeah, needs to go to the doctor. The Dominican Republic could be significant. Somebody could be, you know, like traveling to the Dominican Republic. Somebody could be 34 years old or 43 years old. But something about, yeah, medical documents, or, you know, like somebody's track record, you know, like how many times, you know, like they go to the doctor. Something about that is very significant. Yeah, we got legal at the bottom of the deck. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have to travel to go to court. Something about, yeah, traveling legally. Behind this legal, we have opposition. So something about, yeah, somebody's op. I don't know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have to go to the doctor, you know, or hospital. But going back to, yeah, that self-harm energy. We got jealousy and envy at the bottom of the deck. So, I don't know if somebody, you know, wants to fight somebody because they're jealous and envious of somebody. So somebody just needs to be aware. Yeah, we got a false narrative that flipped over. Somebody wants somebody to flip out about some type of false narrative that's being spread. But yeah, somebody could be born in 1989 or 1998. Why is this travel here? That the false narrative is definitely, yeah, supposed to cause some type of emotional pain out here. But going back to, yeah, all the, you know, the hidden futures oracle cards that we pulled out. Yeah, some people that have a lot of hidden things that they need to heal. Somebody could be 32 years old or 23 years old. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have to travel, you know, but it's not, you know, because, you know, they're going to a party, you know. Yeah, somebody, you know, could be traveling, you know, because they're going to a funeral. I mean, in my family, you know, it's still a celebration of life, you know. So, I mean, my grandmother is still living. And so, yeah, she's always, you know, instilling in us that, yeah, a funeral, you know, isn't supposed to be sad, you know. It's not supposed to, you know, yeah, people cry or whatever, but yeah, you need to look at it, you know, like as a celebration, you know, because, yeah, whoever that person is, you know, they're going to a better place. So I don't know why I'm picking up this energy. But we got real love at the bottom of the deck. So some type of soulmate situation definitely, yeah, it could be, you know, like the real thing for somebody. I don't know if there's some people, you know, that are about to watch somebody, you know, get in this real love situation. But somebody definitely, yeah, needs to go to the doctor. Why is this soulmate here? A nice guy. So So we saw a rich guy, we saw a nice guy. So maybe somebody, you know, is about to have a choice. You know, do you want the rich guy or the nice guy? So maybe there's a rich guy, you know, they got their money, you know, however they got their money. Maybe the nice guy is, you know, the doctor. You know, I've heard the doctors really don't make, you know, as much money as, you know, the people think. Somebody, you know, could meet somebody, you know, so somebody, you know, could have to travel, you know, to go to a doctor. Maybe this is, you know, like a hospital, you know, that specializes in certain things. And, you know, they could come across, you know, like this nice guy. We got karmic feminine at the bottom of the deck, so be aware. And there goes that 96. So something about, yeah, a karmic. Possibly born in 1996. But going back to, you know, the angel number 1996, yeah, I said 1996. My bad. The angel number 96. Yeah, there's a cycle or a phase that is, you know, about to come to an end in somebody's life to start anew. So somebody, you know, could be trying to stop that cycle or that, you know, phase, you know, from ending. Whoever this karmic feminine is, they possibly, yeah, need to go to the doctor. I don't know if somebody, you know, is a doctor out here. But yeah, we got a divine feminine. I mean, excuse me, divine masculine. There could be a divine feminine that could be a doctor. If they're not a physical doctor, they definitely, yeah, could be a spiritual doctor out here. There could be a divine masculine, you know, they could be a doctor. You know, maybe they're not a physical doctor. They could be, but they definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like a spiritual doctor. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be traveling with somebody. I feel like somebody needs to be aware. Because somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to lure somebody somewhere. I picked up that luring energy yesterday. So, be aware. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could be traveling, you know, like to get some type of work done. You know, this could be, you know, like surgery. Or, you know, they could be traveling, yeah, to get some type of, you know, spell work done on somebody. Or, you know. We got 4 swords. So somebody's scared out here. I don't know, somebody, you know, is saying that they're scared of a, you know, like a masculine energy. Because this 4 swords is a number 4 card. And that is the divine masculine number. Somebody definitely, yeah. Somebody is all up in their head. Or somebody, you know, could be trying to, you know, like infiltrate somebody's dreams, you know. Trying to infiltrate, you know, like somebody's thoughts. Yeah, definitely trying to infiltrate somebody's energy. I don't know, it could be, you know, like a divine masculine. But yeah, that definitely, yeah, could be about to end out here. Something about the internet as well. Somebody, you know, could be on the internet. You watch a lot of internet, going back to, yeah, being slave to digital devices. It's kids that are slaves to digital devices. It's adults that slave to digital devices. Yeah, people need to, you know, like, somebody possibly, yeah, needs to get some help out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, because we got the world with the Knight of Wands. Somebody, you know, could, yeah, like have a smoking problem. Or somebody, you know, could be, but yeah, something definitely, yeah, could be going on with somebody's beefcake out here. So maybe that's why somebody got to go to the hospital. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that definitely, yeah, could be going on with somebody. Mentally, physically. Yeah. And we got the 10 of Pentacles. You could be seeing the angel number 1010. Yeah. Somebody, you know, could have to travel, you know, to, yeah, like, to court. And it definitely could have something to do, you know, with some finances. But yeah, somebody's ancestors are, yeah, like watching over them. Somebody definitely, yeah, could like pass away in their sleep. And somebody, and yeah, like that person, you know, could like come to somebody in their dreams, you know, and reveal, you know, like some stuff to them. Yeah, with this 8 of Wands. But something is going back to somebody. Something, you know, definitely, yeah, could be being returned to somebody. Somebody could be an Aries or a Taurus. I don't know if I said Libra or Scorpio. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So yeah, somebody goes from the 4 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. So yeah, something is getting worse. Or somebody is getting worse. Somebody, you know, could have, yeah, like stabbing headaches. Somebody, you know, could go to, you know, like like the doctor for, you know, like some stabbing headaches. I feel like, yeah, it definitely could have something to do, you know, with, you know, like watching too much, you know, having too much screen time. But it's also, too, you know, yeah, it's somebody's energy. Somebody's energy, you know, yeah, it could be considered contagious, you know, like to some people, but not in a good way. Something is going back. This could be, you know, like some type of mental spell, you know, could be going back, you know, to somebody. Somebody, you know, could be all up in their head, you know, about, yeah, them not wanting to go back to jail or prison. Somebody don't want to go back to something. Somebody definitely, yeah, needs to not go back to the past. Somebody definitely needs to not go back to, yeah, their old ways. Maybe that's why somebody, you know, is all up in their head. Somebody could also be all up in their head because, yeah, like, they could have kicked somebody while they were down. And, yeah, like, maybe they could have done it multiple times. And, yeah, now, you know, they could be all up in their head because they have to go back and ask the same person, you know, that, yeah, like, they kicked when they were down multiple times, yeah, for help. And they're probably, you know, going to be told, you know, that, yeah, or somebody, you know, yeah, doesn't need to help whoever this is. But yeah, we got good news at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, you know, yeah, could receive some good news. And somebody definitely, yeah, could have to, you know, like take some type of short journey out here. So somebody definitely, yeah, could have to travel short distance. But yeah, somebody needs to be aware of a two-faced friend out here. Definitely, yeah, could be a feminine energy out here. Be aware of traveling, yeah, with a two-faced friend. Yeah, somebody that's, you know, heart is full of jealousy and envy because somebody definitely, yeah, could be involved with the law, or somebody, you know, could try to get somebody, you know, like involved with the law out here. But somebody definitely, yeah, is involved with the law. That's the person that don't want to go back. They don't want to go back to jail. They don't want to go back, yeah. Somebody's being told, yeah, to pay attention to their work. So all these people, you know, yeah, they could be, you know, like distractions to somebody, you know, you know, yeah, somebody, you know, like building, you know, like generational wealth out here. And then we got the stars. So yeah, something about the stars are lining up, or in alignment for somebody. But yeah, somebody could be an Aquarius. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be the star of their own show. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be a doctor, a healer, you know. Somebody could be well known. Somebody could be well known, you know, like for the work that they do. But somebody definitely, yeah, has guaranteed success out here. And then we got, yeah, karma. So somebody definitely, yeah, will reap what they have sown out here. Somebody's being told, you know, like to pay attention to their work, pay attention, you know, like to their finances. We got August. So something definitely, yeah, could take place by August. We keep picking up August, and August, yeah, is when there's a Lionsgate portal. So something about a portal. I don't know if somebody, you know, is trying to, you know, like open up a portal, you know, like to get to somebody, or, you know, like somebody, you know, yeah, like they've, you know, like opening up a portal, you know, and now they're stuck in the darkness or whatever have you. But something about, yeah, 8-8, that's, you know, the Lionsgate. So something about, yeah, a portal could be significant. Somebody, you know, could have to take, yeah, like a short journey, you know, like in August. Yeah, we got a younger man. Something about a younger man. There's a younger man that's being told, you know, like to pay attention, you know, like to their work. Whoever this younger man is, they could be a Leo or a Virgo. This younger man definitely, yeah, could be watching somebody. Or somebody, you know, could, yeah, like try to send somebody's way. Somebody definitely, yeah, could feel, you know, like something is lacking in their life. Perhaps it's love, money, or goals. And so, yeah, there will be, yeah, a chain of events that will affect somebody's life, whoever this is. Maybe somebody was told that if they don't, you know, make a change for the better. There could be a younger man that could be an Aquarius or have an Aquarius in their chart. Somebody could like to deal with, you know, like younger people. But yeah, we got the apple. So something about, yeah, a doctor. But there could be a younger man that could be trying to tempt somebody, or you know, or trying to, you know, yeah. This younger man could be, yeah, being considered as temptation. Somebody needs to know that temptation definitely, yeah, will test them. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to play a game with somebody as well. But somebody definitely, yeah, somebody could be trying to, you know, like get somebody to be tied up. Something about, yeah, tying up somebody. So I don't know. Kidnapping. Be aware. But somebody could be trying to, you know, like get somebody tied up, you know, in their involvement with the law. Tied up because, yeah, their plans, you know, were unsuccessful. Or, yeah, somebody's plans, you know, are going to be unsuccessful out here. Somebody, you know, could be, you know, jealous and envious because, yeah, their plans for their life, you know, yeah, was unsuccessful. We got September. So, yeah, August, September. Wow. Somebody could be a Virgo or, yeah, a Libra. And then at the bottom of the deck, we got the casket. So someone is going out of your life, or the end of a situation. So we did talk about, you know, yeah, a cycle or a phase ending. But somebody definitely, yeah, could pass away. That's what we were just talking about. This could have something to do while somebody, you know, like is on vacation. I don't know, somebody, you know, yeah, could be, you know, like just thinking about passed over loved ones, you know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could benefit with taking a vacation, you know, like physically or even mentally. But just be aware. Maybe somebody, you know, yeah, the unsuccessful plans, you know, already, or it's going to in August. So just be aware, you know, of, yeah, like going places with people that you know that you can't trust. Yeah. Psychic ability. Somebody is being told, you know, like to trust their intuition. Somebody could be trying to block somebody's intuition. So somebody, you know, can't trust their intuition, can't, you know, hear their intuition. We got November. So August, November, and September definitely, yeah, could be significant. Somebody could be a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. But somebody's unsuccessful plans definitely, yeah, could bring them, you know, like some type of empty, you know, like table. So somebody, you know, can't put food on their table or something like that. So there could be people, you know, that mad because they, you know, they can't provide for themselves, but they see somebody, you know, that they possibly, you know, have kicked multiple times while they were down, you know, get back up and still be, you know, like stable. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to, you know, like take somebody somewhere, you know, to, yeah, like give somebody something like a STD or, you know, like something that, yeah, like somebody can't get rid of. But we got small favor. So somebody just needs to be aware. So it goes back to, yeah, somebody, you know, yeah, you know, they didn't ever think that they were going to have to, you know, like go back and ask somebody for, you know, like some type of help. So somebody possibly, yeah, is hoping that somebody can help them with something small. But something small, you know, could lead to, yeah, like something bigger. Somebody definitely, yeah, needs to learn how to say no. Needs to practice saying no. There are somebody or some people that, you know that somebody's, you know, like somebody is pure. You know what I mean? Somebody's intentions are pure. Yeah, somebody's a very positive individual, you know. And yeah, like somebody, there definitely, could be people, that know, that, like somebody, wants to help them to improve their life. But I feel like that somebody, could possibly, like try to ask somebody for some type of help, and trying to make it like, I want to, I know that you're, doing this for me, but I want, like to be there to help you to improve your life. But yeah, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. It's to, like put somebody, like in deep thought, like, I don't know. Somebody's trying to play a game, so just be aware. But somebody definitely, is about to receive some great news. There is somebody, that, their intentions are pure, and they possibly, want to, like help somebody to improve their life out here. But be aware, because, somebody definitely, will try to gaslight somebody. So somebody is in between worlds. One day they're hot, the next day they're cold, Yeah. Somebody will deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you are doubting your own experiences. So that's literally, the hidden future cards energy. Yeah, we got career. So something about, somebody's career. Somebody definitely, could be concentrating on their career. And, they could be focused on advancing, Somebody definitely is focused on advancing no matter what it takes. So, yeah. I can see, if, like, I was picking up the energy, on no matter what it takes, how hard they have to work, how it doesn't matter how many, nights they have to burn the midnight oil, but it's giving me, like, no matter what it takes, like, I'll take somebody out. So, or, I'll cause some chaos. So, yeah, there could be somebody, that, tries to gaslight somebody to believe that it's not their fault for why, they're a magnet for trouble. Chaos definitely follows somebody wherever they go, for sure. So something about, some chaos. Somebody's dog's name could be chaos, because that's what I'm picking up. We got an imposter. So yeah, somebody's an imposter out here. Somebody's not who somebody thinks that they are. It definitely, could be a divine masculine out here. Whoever this person is, they possibly, are gonna be like, let's collaborate, let's work together to, like achieve some shared success. So somebody just needs to be aware. Somebody's purposely doing some stuff. But I mean, it goes back, to, like, like somebody, or people needing to, like really, like accept, acknowledge, heal. Somebody definitely, could be having freaky thoughts out here. Somebody, is freaky. Somebody, could have an identical twin out here. Somebody, could, could deliver, identical twins, or, like have identical twins. Somebody could be an OBGYN or labor and delivery doctor. I don't know, if that's the same thing. But anyways, but yeah, like somebody, could be delivering, like twins, or somebody could have an identical twin. Something about twin flames could be significant. But we got handcuffs. So somebody don't want to go back. I don't know if somebody, is going to, like to get surgery, to look like somebody, so that, like the other person could get locked up. This is crazy. Somebody definitely, has a lot of crazy thoughts out here. Somebody is flamboyant out here. Somebody definitely, could be famous. Somebody definitely, could want to, like look exactly like, like a famous individual. Somebody, could have, like famous, like, family members, whether it be, like, whether they be alive or, like not alive. Somebody definitely, could just be well known out here. Mm. We got in love. So somebody, you know, could be in love out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, it could be disgusted. Somebody, you know, yeah, they could be being disgusted by the thoughts that they're having. Somebody could have a receding hairline. Somebody could be losing hair out here. Somebody's weak out here. For somebody, yeah, like somebody's twin flame is weak as shit. Somebody's foundation is weak as hell. It's not stable at all. Somebody is not mentally stable at all. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be, you know, like weak-minded, you know, when it comes, you know, to like, yeah, somebody, yeah, I'm picking up that lust again, you know, like somebody, yeah, they're weak-minded, you know, they don't, you know, they don't have, you know, like self-control or something like that. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be a sexist out here. Somebody could have a unibrow. Somebody could be annoying out here. Somebody, you know, is about to be annoyed and also disgusted. Somebody possibly, yeah, could be annoyed, you know, by, you know, like when they watch somebody. Going back to, you know, when I told somebody, when I said, yeah, they should stop watching somebody. But, yeah, something definitely, yeah, is bothering somebody. That's why somebody is in this Nine of Swords energy. It possibly, you know, could be what, you know, like something that they have done. And it definitely could have something to do with something disgusting that they have done. We got Cancun. So something about Cancun could be significant. Something about, yeah, somebody traveling. Be aware. Yeah. Somebody, you know, could like to drink beer. Somebody definitely, yeah, could like to smoke the ganja. Somebody possibly, yeah, could be disgusted about some stuff that they have done, you know. So, like, somebody, you know, yeah, they want to be a star so bad. So then they go around all these famous people, you know, and they don't realize that, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, what goes on, you know, in Hollywood land, you know, in celebrity world. So for somebody else, people are about to find out about some stuff that somebody has done. But yeah, somebody's a sore loser out here. Somebody, you know, yeah, they're a sore loser because they possibly, yeah, were trying to compete with somebody. Somebody, you know, could be an entrepreneur out here. So whoever this is they was trying to compete with somebody. Somebody's an entrepreneur. So how, you know, so you going to do strange things for change, you know, just to, you know, get a bag, while somebody else, you know, is, yeah, building, you know, a stable foundation, you know, building generational wealth. Yeah, we got handcuffs. Somebody definitely, yeah, could get locked up while traveling, so be aware. And then we got the moon. So this is the new moon. Yeah, full moon. I don't know, somebody could get locked up, you know, for like indecent exposure out here. But something is hidden out here. Somebody's hiding something. Somebody, you know, could get locked up, you know. I don't know. Somebody definitely, yeah, could try to, you know, like plant some drugs on somebody. We got divorced. So somebody, you know, could be divorced. Or somebody, you know, could be getting a divorced. Getting divorced. Somebody, you know, could, yeah, like get locked up, you know, because, yeah, like they don't want to get divorced. And so, yeah, they cause a whole scene. Yeah. Somebody definitely, yeah, could end up at the hospital. Definitely end up, yeah, in the emergency room out here. Somebody, yeah. Somebody could be uncoordinated, or yeah, this is giving me, you know, like somebody that's full of too much alcohol and whatever else, you know. And yeah, something could happen. But somebody also could do something out of jealousy. So somebody could say, "Oh, they slipped and fell, you know, off the, you know, they slipped and fell and hit their head." But yeah, like somebody, you know, out of jealousy, you know, yeah, could like, you know, like push somebody, you know, and yeah, make them hit their head. I don't know what this is, y'all. I don't know. Somebody, you know, could have been planning something all month, all week. So just be aware. But somebody also, yeah, they thought, you know, that yeah, like if they went, you know, and got, you know, some work done, you know, whether it be on their body or, you know, whether it be, you know, like some type of spell work or whatever, yeah, they thought that they were gonna win. Yeah, whoever this person is, they done took an L. Somebody's first or last name could start with an L. Yeah, and somebody definitely, yeah, made a conscious decision that they're disgusted about, that they're, yeah, all up in their head about. Yeah, somebody made some type of bad investment out here. We got Gemini. So somebody, you know, could be a Gemini or have Gemini in their chart. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have made a bad investment in, you know, in somebody else or something like that. And yeah, they definitely, yeah, could have dismissed somebody's feelings in every way. Somebody definitely, yeah, could be trying to get some type of revenge. So just be aware. Somebody possibly, yeah, thought, you know, that they, you know, that somebody, you know, was going to get some type of revenge because of some type of emotional pain, you know, that they caused. But yeah, somebody, you know, could be, you know, like cleaning up, you know, like their life. So yeah, that's a part of somebody's revenge, you know. Yeah, clean up their life, live a more healthy lifestyle, get to the bag, build generational wealth. Yeah, level up pretty much. But yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, is sending irritation energy somebody's way. Somebody definitely, yeah, was convinced to lie about a child, or somebody, you know, convinced somebody to lie about a child. Yeah, we got a real divine counterpart out here. So somebody, yeah, somebody's real divine counterpart. We do have a divine masculine out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, could have convinced, you know, like somebody's real divine counterpart that, you know, like a child or some children were theirs. But yeah, it's about a choice. So somebody chose, somebody made a conscious decision. And now they're sick with it. Now they're all up in their heads. Yeah, it's multiple people that's all up in their heads. We got an older brother, so there's an older brother involved. Somebody could be all up in their head about, yeah, like some type of text message out here. Somebody definitely, yeah, didn't support, or some people didn't support somebody. Yeah, they kicked somebody while they were down multiple times. Yeah, and these people not supporting somebody, yeah, it was a choice. Yep. But we got sending irritation energy, so yeah, somebody just needs to know that, yeah, there's somebody, you know, that definitely, yeah, could be sending some irritation energy somebody's way. And yeah, like they're watching to see, you know, if, yeah, like it's gonna work. We got the angel number 444, but yeah, somebody's protected out here. You could be seeing the angel number 444. We got January, so something, you know, could take place in January. So yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, could be in Aquarius. Somebody could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusper. But something about, yeah, some assets. Somebody, you know, could yeah, find out about, you know, like some assets that, you know, belong to them. Or, you know, like somebody, yeah, could be, you know, like given some type of assets. This would be like a home, a business, you know, vehicles or whatever have you. Or somebody, you know, wants to bring forth have some type of negotiation about some type of assets. Somebody don't want to fight out here. Yeah, something is closer than somebody thinks. Or somebody, you know, is closer than somebody thinks. So, and somebody definitely, yeah, has some type of hidden obsession out here. For somebody, yeah, has some hidden obsession when it comes to, yeah, like some kids. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, something about some assets. Somebody needs to get rid of some assets, or maybe somebody has already, like gotten rid of some assets. Maybe, it was voluntarily, maybe it was involuntarily, but yeah, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, and the past is definitely, yeah, behind somebody, but it was a choice, for somebody, to put the past behind them. Mm-hmm. I don't know if somebody, was trying to bring up somebody's past. Wham, wham, wham. Yep, a loudmouth drama starter. Mm-hmm. But whoever this is, this loudmouth drama starter, yeah, they could have some type of social media meltdown out here. Mm-hmm. Whoever this loudmouth drama starter is, they definitely, yeah, could be closer to somebody than, what they think, So this could be, going back to, yeah, like the short journey. So this could be somebody, that lives in the same neighborhood or the same city as somebody. Or this is, yeah, an older brother or older sister, yeah, somebody, that's close to somebody. We got 1992. So somebody could be born in 1992. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's somebody that didn't give somebody, yeah, support, So somebody, could have, had a lot of unpaid bills, could have, had a lot of debt. Maybe somebody, still has a lot of debt. I feel like somebody definitely, yeah, can pay their bills now. But maybe somebody has some debt, So, yeah, there could be some debt, that could be, like being, like wiped away. Or, like some debt could be being paid off or something like that. But we got love spell. Somebody could have a hidden obsession with somebody. And so, yeah, like they do some type of love spell on somebody. We got an Aries. So, yeah. You could be an Aries or have Aries in your chart. Something, could have taken place during Aries season. But, yep, we got ask for help. So somebody definitely, yeah, could try to ask for somebody's help. They could do this, like through, like text message. But, yeah, 444. So, yeah, you are definitely protected. Divine intervention is at play. Whoever this is that possibly, yeah, could want to ask somebody for help. Yeah, they're skating on thin ice. So somebody definitely, yeah, doesn't need to waste their time, with whoever this person is. Mm-hmm. So somebody's in trouble. It could be a Capricorn, an Aries, a Capricorn. Uh-huh. There's a Capricorn that definitely, yeah, skating on thin ice out here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people know that somebody's the peacemaker out here. People know, how, yeah, like they can go to somebody and somebody will give them good advice. So somebody just needs to be aware. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with an A. We got a divine masculine. There definitely, yeah, could be a divine masculine. They could be, like skating on thin ice. Mm-hmm. These people definitely, yeah, we're trying to cause some type of major roadblock for somebody, or they are. It definitely, could have something to do, with somebody receiving something, like some assets. But we got a phone call. So we got text message and we got a phone call. So something about, yeah, people not wanting somebody, to receive, like some information. Mm-hmm. Yep. But there's also somebody that definitely, yeah, could have gotten tied up in somebody else's drama. So they possibly, yeah, could want to ask somebody, to help them, because they're tied up in somebody else's drama. The only thing that, is going to happen is, the person, that they're asking for help, basically, yeah, their name gets tied up in, yeah, somebody, these people's drama. Yeah, but deception detected. So somebody definitely, yeah, could, be about to, detect some type of deception. And then we got theft by deception. So somebody, yeah, somebody stealing. There definitely, yeah, could be somebody, they done got, multiple people, like tied up in their drama. Mm-hmm. So somebody possibly, yeah, could want to, like plead their case. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, haters are doing what they do best, hating. So somebody definitely, yeah, needs to know that. We got a friend, so there's a friend involved. Mm-hmm. there definitely, yeah, could be a lot of he said, she said going around. But yeah, what did God say? Mm-hmm. We got family rivalry, so there could be some type of family rivalry, you know, that could be going on amongst the family. We got Leo, Virgo, Cusper, so somebody could be a Leo, Virgo, Cusper out here. We got unpaid child support or alimony, so we saw no support. So somebody, you know, yeah, maybe somebody didn't receive, you know, like some unpaid child support or alimony, and maybe, yeah, they're about to receive it. Mm-hmm. Or somebody, you know, maybe somebody, you know, thinks that they don't have to, you know, like, yeah, like pay it. Yeah. They're not exempt. They created the child. Yeah, they're gonna pay it. Somebody definitely, yeah, could get questioned by law officials as well. And it goes back to, yeah, that theft by deception. And then we got promotion time. So somebody possibly, yeah, is about to, you know, like receive some type of promotion. This could be, you know, like spiritual or physical. But yeah, there's some people that definitely, yeah, are glued to digital devices out here. So something about that is significant. And definitely, yeah, people being glued to their digital devices, you know, could be causing, you know, like some stuff to happen to, you know, like their solar plexus chakra, you know? Yeah. Solar plexus chakra is all about confidence and self-control. Yep. Somebody's mind definitely, yeah, is playing tricks on them. There's also, you know, somebody that achieved what might have seemed, you know, like impossible, you know, like, yeah, to achieve. So somebody's mind is playing tricks on them because, yeah, they were delaying destiny, you know, possibly for themselves or trying to delay somebody else's destiny. And whoever this is, yeah, they think they know somebody's strengths and somebody's weaknesses, but they don't. Whoever this is, yeah, they're sneaking around somebody's energy. So yeah, the spiritual alarm has been, you know, set. Somebody possibly thought, you know, that somebody's weaknesses, you know, was like their sacral chakra, you know, something about, yeah, sexuality. Something about, yeah, somebody being freaky. But whoever this is, yeah, their plans are unsuccessful and they're running out of gas. Somebody definitely, yeah, got paid, you know, like to expose some information as well. Somebody thought, you know, that, yeah, like, kicking somebody while they were down, you know, was going to, you know, like, yeah, cause somebody, you know, like to stay down, you know? Yeah, whoever this is, they definitely think that they know somebody's strengths and somebody's weaknesses, for sure. But something about, yeah, creativity. So somebody, you know, has achieved something that people thought, you know, was impossible for somebody, you know, and it definitely has something to do with, yeah, like somebody's creativity. Somebody definitely, yeah, is about to, you know, like achieve something, you know, even better, even greater. Going back to, yeah, the angel number 96. But somebody definitely, yeah, got it paid to expose, you know, like some information. This could be a doctor. This could be a masculine energy. I'm not going to call him a divine masculine, even though it came out. But yeah, whoever this is, yeah, their health is declining. It could be their mental health, you know, even their physical health. But somebody, yeah, is going to the doctor. Or there, yeah, we saw the karmic feminine. So there could be a karmic feminine, you know, they got paid to expose some information. And it could be about, you know, like a divine masculine. But we got an earth sign. So yeah, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Whoever this Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo is, they think that they know somebody's weaknesses. They definitely, yeah, could be sneaking around in somebody's energy. So yeah, the spiritual alarm has been rung. There is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo that, yeah, that is watching somebody achieve, you know, what was thought to never be achieved by somebody. But yeah, whatever, yeah, going back to the unsuccessful plans, yeah, the plans were unsuccessful because, yeah, when we make plans, God laughs. Yeah, it's all about God's plan. Yep, we got an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Their health could be declining. Their mind could be playing tricks on them. And earth signs, you know, health could be declining. Their mind could be playing tricks on them. Yeah, somebody's health is declining because, yeah, they chose to be a weak-minded trickster. That's definitely, yeah, why somebody's mind is playing tricks on them. So there is somebody, that, yeah, they want to plead their case. They want somebody, to believe them. Yeah, weak-minded trickster trying to trick somebody into believing something that, yeah, like isn't real. Maybe somebody's trying to, get somebody to think that somebody's divorced, but they're really still married. Or something about, yeah, when we make plans, God laughs. God's plan is for, yeah, like somebody, to live a married life. But yeah, news travels fast. So news definitely, yeah, could be traveling fast at this time. Yeah, somebody definitely, yeah, needs to remember, what the Most High God has told them. Yeah, somebody could have a public outburst out here. We got a secret lover out here. I don't know, if somebody, married a secret lover. Somebody's secret lovers, like health could be declining. This weak-minded trickster, could be, like this secret lover. Somebody's secret lover, their mind could be playing tricks on them, or, they think that, they know somebody's strengths and weaknesses as well. Somebody got issues out here. I don't like this divine masculine being out here, because it seems like, yeah, there's a masculine energy that's walking around like they, are divine masculine, but they have a whole lot of stuff going on. Yeah, somebody's impulsive. Somebody doesn't think things through. Somebody, could have been keeping somebody as a secret, and yeah, like their mind is playing tricks on them because of it. But somebody could have a public outburst because their hidden pain could be coming to the surface. The public outburst definitely, yeah, could be the social media meltdown. But somebody definitely, yeah, has a bad reputation out here. Somebody's secret lover has a bad reputation. Somebody has a bad reputation. But going back to, yeah, that false narrative. So the false narrative was meant to, destroy somebody's confidence, get somebody, to, yeah, not operate in self-control. But we got real love offer. So somebody possibly, yeah, is about to receive some type of real love offer out here. And somebody definitely, yeah, is walking around with a heavy burden called regret. We got the throat chakra that was poking out. So somebody definitely, yeah, could receive some communication. Somebody is impulsive. They don't think things through. So somebody, yeah, they have a big mouth, loudmouth drama starter. But somebody definitely, yeah, could have met their match, and now they're shook. Yeah. Because health is your wealth out here. So somebody definitely, yeah, could be focusing on their health, and so, yeah, with somebody, living, a more healthy lifestyle, trying to be as positive, as they can, doing all the things, to help them progress instead of regress. Yeah, they're also, bringing in some type of wealth in their life. So somebody definitely, yeah, passed the test out here. So somebody definitely, would benefit, with like sharing their testimony. Whatever, like somebody has gone through. But there could have been people that were trying to test somebody, and yeah, somebody passed it. Yeah, there were people that were trying to test somebody, to make somebody feel like that they weren't enough. But somebody definitely needs to know that, yeah, they are enough. Be aware of somebody using excessive charm. Yeah, red flag. There is a new plan in motion. So somebody made plans, and yeah, God laughs, because it's all about yeah, God's plan. So there is a new plan in motion. Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a N. Yep, multiple plans failed. There definitely could be somebody or some people, that, yeah, possibly, could try to put some type of new plan in motion. But we saw, yeah, unsuccessful plans, So somebody's plans, yeah, they're going to fail no matter what. Somebody's protected out here. But somebody definitely, yeah, the multiple plans that failed was to make somebody feel like that they're not enough, yeah, trying to delay destiny, trying to, get somebody, to feel less confident, get somebody to, act out of, impulsiveness. Yeah, this person or these people are under pressure. Yeah. And one of the reasons why they're under pressure is because, yeah, they were masking their emotions. Yeah, somebody's actions don't match their words out here. So there could be some type of past conversation that could lead to some type of admission of guilt when it comes, you know, like to that death by deception or whatnot. Somebody definitely, is being told, you know, like to keep their business to themselves. There could be a cousin involved. So we saw an older brother. There could be a cousin involved. Anything else? Somebody's first, middle, last name could start with a G. Yeah, we got a jealous sibling. So there could be a jealous sibling involved. Somebody's jealous sibling definitely, could have an unclean reputation. Or somebody's, jealous sibling, you know, could have said that about their own brother or sister out here. Somebody definitely, could be going through, you know, like a major health crisis out here. Yep, but somebody definitely needs to know that, their happiness is definitely, driving people crazy. But somebody is a diamond in the rough, so there are not many like, you. And people's mind is playing tricks on them, you know, because, they've done a lot to take somebody down, to keep somebody down, and somebody just keeps getting up. Yep. But whoever these people are, they should have understood somebody instead of judging somebody. So because they did, they done hit a dead end. And there is no exit. So just be aware, because somebody, you know, could try to, ask somebody for some help. Nope. Karmic masculine, karmic feminine, Somebody definitely, could get detained for questioning out here. Yep. These people hit a dead end and they don't got no way out. And somebody doesn't need to help these people. Whoever these people are, they didn't take somebody serious, but they will now. So people possibly, could be realizing, you know, like why, you know, like somebody, you know, could have been saying some stuff that they were saying, you know, this is like protect your peace, you know, protect your energy, you know, don't be around those people, don't be around these people, you know. These people, you know, treated somebody like, you know, they didn't matter. They didn't take somebody seriously, you know. They didn't support somebody, you know. They not only, you know, when somebody was down, not only did they not help somebody, but they kicked somebody, you know, while they were down. So, as I always say, y'all, keep your head held high and your middle finger higher, and everything's going to turn out in your favor. With that being said, y'all, that's been your message. Please like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye.